Okay, back again around 1 p.m. here in Ho Chi Minh City. Going back to an arbitrary world. Yesterday I tried to 25k some things and that was excruciating. I eventually went back to, I saw the sign, managed to get 4 5ks and then with a lot of assistance still timed out pretty much on the last round and dropped it by a few points, but never mind. I'll try again in the future. But for now, I'm back to an arbitrary world. I've got 10 minutes on there. Just I saw some advice on Plonket that if you're not doing NMPZ, then you should probably try and do some good region guesses. So I'll start doing that. I'm getting better at countries. Slovenia, I feel like I'll always miss. Belgium is another one. But I'll get in and see how I do today. Okay, straight off the bat. Looks to be Spanish language there. Just trying to see what this is. Public toilet, I think. Wish I could get a view in the door here. Banca Nino Cambio. Oh, okay. It's should have a baby change table, I think, in there. Because Cambio is change and Nino is child. So maybe it's a bathroom with a baby change station, which is kind of interesting. I've got these meters on the outside. Driving left or right? I guess right. And a bunch of stray dogs around. This one's like a little pug, I think. Very cute. Got a massive blur up ahead. That's interesting. Got a yellow plate on the front of this vehicle. I kind of assumed Mexico here. Got a square concrete pole. A round concrete pole. The poles aren't painted. Can't tell if these are concrete roads either. It's interesting anyway. There's a lot of people just milling about. Maybe it's the weekend, I guess. Some children here milling about. Looks like the Google car arriving is the highlight of the day, the week, or even the year. The Black Pyramid here, which could be a club, I guess. It's pretty dank looking. Just trying to think what the obvious signs for Mexico are. Kind of have a struggle in South and Central America. Especially these small places where there's no domains or anything like that. Actually, I need my little blanket so I can try and cut down on the clickiness of the mouse for a second. Okay, I've got my little blankie now. Hopefully that helps. Ooh, looks like they're barbecuing. They got tomato sauce and mustard. Looks like hot dogs, which I don't know. Some people have some very strict rules on tomato sauce on hot dogs, except for children. I think children are permitted. I saw that clip the other day of Barack Obama and Bourdain in I don't know if it was Ho Chi Minh City actually, somewhere in Vietnam, and they actually discussed the tomato sauce on the hot dog rule, which seems to be a no unless you're a very young child. I don't know about phone codes and things like that. I've got Coca-Cola, which is obviously popular everywhere, but especially in Mexico. I think we had some mountains up in the background here, so that's in the north. I guess I'll go with Mexico. I don't know that I'm going to get a lot more clues here. It's kind of like mountains here near Monterrey. Seems like a fairly small town. San Juan de Guadalupe. I like the sound of that. Let's guess there. Oh my god, it was Dominican Republic. So everything's going quite well at the moment in terms of region guessing. Can't even get the country right. So this is pretty open. Not sure about the foliage, it's dry. And looks like some cattle off in the distance here, maybe some people as well. Got the dust kicked up here, which looks like we're driving on the right. And with the sun, I'm assuming this is like southern hemisphere. There's the sun there. West, sorry. Excuse me. I don't really know. Cattle could be Brazil. Could be Uruguay again. I'm trying to learn Uruguay at the moment. Got a bird's nest as well. I've been getting a lot of bird's nests in rounds. But I don't know if there's any consistency in what country they've been in. They've been big bird's nests. Maybe that's an Andean condor or something. And we're in Argentina. So my guess at the moment is Brazil. It's very flat. Maybe it is Uruguay. Which now I know flat is a key for Uruguay. There's nothing much about. This is why I don't put 10 minutes on, because then I just spend ages looking around at nothing. I'm just going to fast travel and see if I can get somewhere closer to something. Is that a car? I don't think so. The refresh rate on my screen's not great, so I miss a lot when fast travelling. At least the internet seems to be holding out alright today. I've had some difficulties in the past, or recent past, which is strange because the internet in Ho Chi Minh City is pretty good compared to like Australia, where I'm originally from. Los Talas. Doesn't tell me too much. Probably Spanish, I'd think. Don't think it's the Dominican Republic this time. The fences are quite professional in parts. This is a bit ad hoc, artisanal, makeshift kind of thing. I guess this is for the cattle to drink, so I think I might actually drop this in Uruguay, somewhere dry. It all looks pretty green, actually. Maybe that's a bad guess. Could be Brazil. It's one of the two, I'm pretty sure. I'll go north of Montevideo. It was Brazil. It was Argentina. Oh my gosh, didn't mean to open the map there. North of Cordoba. These 10-minute rounds are going well so far. This could be a left-hand drive. I've got a 12-degree slope. I've not actually seen that before. A gradient, I guess they call it. I feel like I was doing pretty well earlier, maybe last week, with country guesses, and now I'm kind of flailing. So I've got like an old road underneath this newer bitumen road. A double pole here. Mountains about. Actually have spammed the poles quite a lot. Just not entirely sure that if this is set up for left-hand drive or it's just convenient for them. No, it would have to be. Okay, so left-hand drive could be Australia or New Zealand, but that old style road underneath the bitumen kind of makes me think probably not. I wondered about Japan. I feel like I've screwed up a few times lately with, okay, this could be Malaysia. Let me just double check here. Yeah, I think that's a Malaysian thing, and there's a Malaysian flag. Interesting. So we're in the mountains. We've got the Cameron Highlands in Malaysia, I'm pretty sure. Where's that? Cameron Highlands. That's kind of a good guess. Are there any off branches to this road here, the 59? The 102. Does this have a street number? Road number? It's going to be an easy get, surely, if I can get this. If I can get this road number. I'm not sure if that unique stop sign is. Oh gosh, why blur that? Gosh, that's all I need is just that number. I'm not sure if this unique stop sign is regional or not. Too damn pouring. I cannot make that out. It's a 10 something. Could be the 102. It could be on the 59 with the 102 coming off. Let's just double check the logic. There's a Shell service station. Let me double check that. I don't think that's the case. So I hope this is not Indonesia. I screwed that up quite a bit in the past, but hopefully not in this circumstance. Oh my god, why is it so hard? Awas, I think, is Indonesian. So we're heading kind of north. Actually, these bollards. Kind of look like Australian bollards, but set up for the opposite side of the road, but I'm pretty sure we're driving left. Hopefully they're Malaysian. There's one way of finding out for sure. Just wanted this road number here. Just can't get it. But if we were on the way to, looks like a 137 or something. Too damn pouring. Cozy Leisure Farm, maybe. What about, maybe that's the road name. Yeah, I don't think this is it. I'm surprised we don't have the crossroad number here. I wonder how easy it would be to scan for these place names. Where is the sign again? I've lost it. Here it is. Tambunan. I feel like that's going to be. Oh, there's Tambun. Well, I've noticed often that the names on the map don't always match what's too damn pouring. Don't always match what's on the signs locally. So Simpang Poli. No, too damn pouring. Gosh. Could be the 185 coming off here. Simpang Poli. What's the other direction is difficult to see. Where's that sign again? God, I'm zoomed so far in. Oh, looks like the sign's been wiped out. Here we go. What is going on here? I'm struggling. It's like the 185 or the one, so it's somewhere around here surely. What else is around? Something poorly. 185. I feel like it's somewhere around here. I'll go the 185 coming off the Because I didn't see a Shell station. No, there's houses around here. That doesn't fit either. So that was Tenban was north or west. Oh gosh. Screw it, I'm dropping it here somewhere. In the mountains. Maybe here. Oh my god, it was completely the wrong place. No, it was not mainland. If I travelled a little further, I could have seen the Mushroom Information Centre and Mushroom Cafe. There's a temple nearby. Oh my gosh. I got the right country. A similar sounding place. I didn't check the polls. Maybe that bollard's not a mainland thing. I haven't had much non-mainland Malaysia, so that was a fail. Okay, disappointing. Still got the country streak of 2,000 points though. Some kind of snow bollard here, or snow pole. It's got these yellow reflectors which I'm not familiar with. And I'm not too sure, this is Canada or US, I'd imagine. Somewhere snowy. Oh, that's French. So I guess it's part of French Canada. What do I know about distinguishing between French and Canadian places? I think one stop sign says arrête and one is dual language for, like, what? Where is it? Like for Quebec and New Brunswick? I'm not too sure now that I think about it. Should be using kilometres, yes. So we're in Canada, somewhere French speaking, and I have that chevron, which I'm not familiar with. It's kind of expecting a stop sign here. No cans, or no littering, I guess. I haven't seen that before. That's a cool one. These chevrons are very distinctive. And here's everyone's post boxes, which is very interesting. Let's check out the stop sign here. So it's just arrête, not dual language, and that real estate sign wasn't dual language either. So I wonder what that indicates. It's probably could be a Quebec thing. Ahoy, Jet Pinky, how are you doing? I did. Thanks for the flow. Yes, you can certainly help. Can certainly help with the arrête on the sign here. Oh, here we go. I just missed it. It's actually Saint Alexis de Mons. Saint Alexis. In the mountains somewhere. So, how would I track down St. Alexis? I feel like all of this area is going to be snowy. Smooth Rock Falls, that's not it. It's completely French speaking by the looks. Here's some saints here. It's a whole bunch of saints along the river here, the St. Lawrence River. I don't know if that's the case. Got a picture of a duck and this cracked up road. Let's just have a look here. So it's all completely French. I like the no littering, that's good. Or no cans anyway. Just going to travel along, see if I can get like a highway number. What was that? Ugh, it's going too fast. Okay, that's a cool little shed. big shed. It's got some really interesting signage here that I haven't necessarily seen before. And this is probably, could have a region or something. But I just can't make it out. Here we go. No. I have made the mistake in the past that I thought Remax was like an Australian thing, but it's very much an international thing. What else? We're looking for a road number or something. How did I burn up 6 minutes? 5 minutes already. Just faffing about. Plates I don't know, so that car wouldn't have helped too much. Du Lac Caché. Wow, they've got a castle at the back for the kids. And the firewood by the looks. I guess this is a nice day for them, judging by the snow poles and the firewood that they've got stored up. I'm not going to hang around for another 4 minutes. I think I'll drop it somewhere here. It must be... There's a lot of saint areas here. And I don't see the one that we want, so... kind of heading south-north, north-south. Around here on the 117. Okay, not too bad. It was actually really close to the river where I was looking earlier. Oh, here it is, Saint Alexis des Monts. With a couple of chalets about. On the other side of the creek, I didn't see the creek. What was the name there? It doesn't name it. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. This... It's like a German bollard. Kind of. But round. Uh-oh. Got these short dashes. Driving on the right. What would be a German bollard but round? I feel like I've come across that before, but I don't recall. It's very dry here. I was thinking it must be Europe, but these short dashes are like Sweden. Must be... It should be somewhere in my brain is information that links up all these pieces of matter, but Pakla. What's a Sweden bollard? I think they have those snow poles with the orange with the white midway down, which I think they also have in Norway. And then Finland has the white at the top. This barn is kind of reddish. Looks like they've constructed it themselves. It's pretty rustic. They've done a good job, that's for sure. I don't feel like this can be Germany with that language. Whoops. And there's this yellow pole with black at the top. Eastema Kavide Cunningas on a brown sign. It's like children running from a bear. Let's rate this playground. So we've got a basketball hoop, which doesn't look regulation. Got some good old wooden climbing frames. And this, is this public or is this someone's backyard? I think it's public. If it's public, I'd say this is a 6 out of 10. If it's private, then that's a 9 out of 10. Let's try and get a Estonia. Is that bait? It could be Estonia because I think they use the two dots above the, possibly the E's and the A's. Maybe I should double check that. Yeah, they do use, and double letters as well. I think that's a good clue rather than bait. I don't get a lot of Estonia rounds. Which way did I go? It's just looking for that place name again because I'm pretty sure it could be Estonia here. Pretty happy with Estonia, but I need a place name now. What have I got? 4 minutes left. So 6 minutes left. Sorry, 4 gone. Pakla. Let's do a quick scan for Pakla. How far does Estonia go? I think that's the limit of it, right? Hopefully it doesn't have some islands. So the road's going kind of east-west and then bending. So looking for Pakla. Yes, I've got 2 monitors here. I've got chat on the right monitor, an OBS, and then my main monitor I've got the game. I'm getting elderly, so I need as much help seeing the game as possible. Although I have to squint to get the chat. Or I could wear my spectacles. Don't really want to scan for... It's really dry, which is interesting, so I guess kind of this region. Apologies, I don't know what F11 refers to. Well, presumably a road number, but I don't see Pakla. I'm not going to scan for another 4 minutes, so I'll just drop it around here somewhere. I hate to do it because it's probably gettable. Oh, full screen shortcut. Okay, sorry. That was Pakla. It's actually pretty F11. So my my scanning skills there were pretty dismal. Okay, nice. 4850. So that was a 15,000 round. That was not great. Let's try again. Yellow outsides and white insides. Normally, I try to... Oh, that sign looks like it's gone. Normally I'm aiming for around 20,000 per game. I'm not sure if an arbitrary world's harder. I was frequently getting 20s on a community world. Got a bunch of cows here, yellow outside lines. It's got this yellow under the plate here. What about the pole? I'm not sure. South Africa. Eswatini. Lesotho. Sorry, I was translating in my head there and I worked it out. So yeah, South Africa is probably a good guess. Not sure about Lesotho. I don't see any Eswatini grass. I screwed one up yesterday where I'd convinced myself that I had a round where a sign said Swaziland and it was Lesotho. But it was actually Eswatini, and then I saw Swaziland again and I was like, aha, that's Lesotho, but it was not. It was Eswatini. So kind of in the mountains, low mountains or big hills here. Can I not go further this way? That's interesting. Band. So where did I go? This way. Just fast travel up here a bit. I think this is not the way I went last time. Kind of want to see some signage. Whoops. Having trouble moving here. So that's as far as I can go that way. That could be like an Eswatini or Lesotho kind of thing. That you can't travel in certain places, maybe. The soil's quite red. This bus stop, let's check this out. Is it a bus stop or a shop? Or neither? It's like a shelter of some kind. What does this say? This could be useful. So telecom, I can't read anything else on that. No, stuck. Should be coming into a town, I think. Got 6 minutes left. No, I haven't had Namibia yet. I don't know what maps it's been added to. I'm so out of touch with GeoGuessr. Like I've been getting a whole bunch of rounds that in countries I didn't know about. I remember like months and months ago, I was going in like Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan, one or the other, and people in chat were going like Kazakhstan doesn't have coverage, so it's not going to be there. I'm like, right. And then I got one in there and I'm like, what's that? I didn't know about that. I think Qatar might be fairly new. I'd never had anything in there, or Oman, but I haven't really kept up with it other than I saw Zigzag came out with a video straight away that had been added in there, and then I was trying to look at a CG stream yesterday, I think it was, where he was checking out Namibia, but I didn't have much success because I had to tend to the baby, unfortunately. But Kushil Kitchen, I think I'm just going to drop this somewhere in South. Oh, here's a sign, hang on. This is why I don't try on 5K. I tried to 5K yesterday, it was just like the most miserable experience. For me, particularly, like SOS Children's Villages Clinic. Don't know about any of this. Swazi. Here we go. Look on the MR7, WR7, Siteki. Whoops, wrong continent. Further down. God, my pronunciation is going to be shocking. Mulmeni? Mulme. No, Mulmeni. MHLUM. MHLUM. It's almost exactly right, except for it's not. On the MR24, it's like the MR7 or something. Man, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I got baited by MR7 by a place name in non-mainland Malaysia, which looked almost the same but slightly different to a place on mainland Malaysia, and completely screwed it up. Mr. Temple, how are you doing? Thanks for the follow. Just trying to get the M7, I think. The road's a bit unclear, the road number. How are things with you? Well, whereabouts are you? That's always interesting. So it could be the one. It's very indistinct. Maybe we should look for Sateki. That seems gettable. Pig's Peak. Sateki. I feel like I should just plonk it down somewhere here. It just gets overwhelming. Like if you zoom in again, there's even more names. Zoom in again, there's even more names. There's Louvre or Love. I don't see the MR7. 1649. It must be around, surely. Hopefully it's not set outside Eswatini. MR. I'm going to click near the place that kind of looks like the name on the sign. There. Okay. 40 kilometres away. That's not bad. Oh, there's the MR7. Gosh. Let me see at what zoom that is. I guess I was just zoomed out a little too far. And there's Sateki. If I had more patience, I definitely could do better. Still, that was good, and a great tip with Swaziland there, or Eswatini. Actually, I was kind of wondering why the roads were named MR. I thought it might be the capital, but that's Mbane. So dropping right here, let's check out these children. Okay, they look calmer than the ones in Canada who are like running from a bear. This looks like it might say peligro, which is danger in Spanish. I mean, these signs are cooked. How about this one? And this one's cooked as well. Panama, primero. Panama first, or first Panama? So I haven't had Panama a lot either. Let's check out the bus stop. Rate the bus stop. Okay. So this is fairly basic. I don't see a timetable, which worries me if you're taking the bus. It's probably just whenever it comes. A good amount of seating, and it's like, that is a hefty seat. Unless they're very small people, that is very hefty. It provides a little bit of shade. No garbage bin, which is disappointing. I'd give it 5, I think. If there's any adverse weather, they're going to get wet. But ant-sized. This guy's got his feet off the ground. I feel like they could have committed to more shelter and less seat. It's reinforced pretty heftily too. So I wonder if this is a place. One Serrano. I'm not too familiar with Panama. I feel like that's a fairly new place as well. Like Guatemala. Santa Fe, no. Santiago, not that one. Vulcan, I like that. More shelter in the seat than in Seattle, really. heard the weather in Seattle is sometimes a bit unpleasant. You probably need enclosed shelters. I wonder if I can. What direction is this road? Kind of north-south. Aren't too many roads. Surely this is gettable, unless that's not a place name, which is definitely possible. What about on here? The Electoral Tribunal, by the looks. So watermelons for sale. It's one thing here in Vietnam is they have like small watermelons, ones you can fit in your fridge and share with two people without having to like choke down a whole giant watermelon. It's very good. The fruit in Vietnam is amazing. Many more varieties than in. Here's another bus shelter. It's weird they didn't keep it consistent. This one's got a tiled roof, more shelter. I feel like it's more seat as well. I wonder if that's. Oh yeah, you remember me. I was streaming a long time ago, and then I don't know, life got busy. I feel like people heading this direction in this bus shelter get the better deal. So I thought there were mountains up in the distance there, but no, north-south. Surely on this occasion I can just drop it somewhere. I don't have to scan. I'll go north of David. So we're nearby Los Planes. There's actually a Horizonte Resort Hotel and Spa nearby. I would not have had a bed and breakfast. It's quite the touristy area. I didn't get that vibe. Giant Buddha hand, yeah. The fruit. I'm guessing. I think it's used for the zest. There's no actual fruit inside. My favourite by far is durian. It's like almost my absolute favourite fruit. I'm not a huge fruit fan. But durian I actually like. You can't eat a huge amount because it's pretty rich. But driving right here on a divided road, it's quite rich but quite nice. Not too sweet, that's what I like about it. And I like the smell. In Singapore it's banned from elevators and hotel rooms and all sorts. Since Panama is free. I don't know what Fibre Aftos means. I don't know that I've had a Panama around before. I must have, surely. It's a weird kind of combination of I see. I go around with I haven't had a lot of Panama, I'm sure. I don't know about cars, but so Panama east-west. Again, I don't think it's kind of worth scanning for. I just had a Panama round, is what I'm saying. I thought we were suddenly, excuse me, I thought Costa Rica, I'm not sure if Costa Rica is actually covered. What? I think it might be. So could this be another Panama round, I guess? It seems like they like writing Panama on things. Should I scan? I'm not going to scan. I'm just going to pick a basic east of west road. Easterly, westerly. Here. We're on the one, surely. It's a divided road, actually. That's not this. It's the Pan American Highway. Such a cool road. I stole the mod. Up here, I've got the country street counter and Geo No Car. There is a Geo No Car light which has has a lot of angular cutouts, which may cover these aerials. I'm not too sure. I feel like this surely is the Pan American Highway, where there's a division somewhere, which probably close to the capital, right? Don't really see it. I'll just drop it here and see what happens. Oh yeah, there is a division here. There's some divisions along the way. So what about where I dropped it? I just didn't zoom in close enough. Yeah, there was a division. Okay. So I got the right road, which not too difficult, being Panama with one major road. 4963, so a couple of Panama rounds is making this one look pretty good. Bedeku. Not sure what it says underneath there. The road quality's not great. What is this? Missionary carpentry, metalwork, dressmaking, electricals, growth, something, vocational training. So it's a school. Oh, like a, in Australia we call them TAFE. It's got a little picnic area, that's nice. And this pole, which I should know but I don't. It's quite knobbly, so it's DIY-ish. Wide range of study. Yellow backplates. This could be like, I forget now. Rwanda. I had Rwanda the other day. I didn't know that was covered. It's difficult to keep. Oh, that's Kenya, I think. Isn't that Kenya flag? Bedeku. And then the coverage in Kenya, I'm not sure. I hope I'm not hallucinating that that's the Kenyan flag. Could be the Rwandan flag. I hope it's not the Rwandan flag, because I thought the yellow plates were Rwandan, but now I'm confused. Ghana. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was nearly huge. Department of the Republic of Ghana. I will never work out Africa. Oh, hang on. Wetlands are not wastelands. Let us conserve them. I agree. Very good. Accra North. I think it's Accra. Akara. I can't even speak today. So it's Bedeke, not Uganda. Uganda was another one I didn't realise was covered. So it must be nearby Accra. Big Ada. I wonder what the inspiration for that was. So the road's going kind of east-west. That checks out. How close? I've had a couple of Uganders. I feel like I've probably had about 5 or 6. I've been streaming a bit lately, like 2 to 4 hours a day for the past few weeks. Small London, very cool. So I've had probably half a dozen Uganda. I think I got it right on one occasion, and then I keep forgetting about it. Bedeku, nursery, primary, and JS school. They cover everything, east-west definitely. I don't really see Bedeke. I'm not going to scan for it. It must be on this road, surely. Yeah, and then when you zoom in, there's just more and more names. Central University. I don't think that's it. I wonder if it's a suburb or something. Doesn't seem very built up. I can't see it. I think I'll go east somewhere along this road. Okay, so how far was that? It was all the way. I was looking nearby here. Budeku. There's the school there, the technical institution. Yeah, I feel like if I've zoomed in a bit more, cash oil. Kind of rubbing your nose in it that you're paying too much for petrol. So 19,000 with one round to go. What is my follow goal? I didn't even check. Was it 1 million? I set up 1 million yonks ago on Twitch as a follow goal. Yeah, 1 million. I feel it's achievable. With my... Oh no, I feel like I've seen this before. Is it like Russia? It couldn't be. What am I... That's not Cyrillic. I feel like with my jovial personality and expressive voice, surely 1 million people will want to follow. And my outrageous GeoGuessr skills. Ooh, okay. So this is probably a distinct character. I'm just not sure. Is this in Europe? Lithuania. You could be right. I have a real problem with, I think I had an Estonia around before, which I got because it says Estonia. Lithuania with the nice one. I have been, that's not the place though. Ah, okay, IAI. Excellent. Yes. Or AI. IAI. I see what you're saying. I did have, like, the GeoPeter's got a language video which is attached like a Google Doc with all the special characters for Europe. And I'm trying to go through them and learn them, but again, it's kind of like painful. It's kind of difficult at the moment to do anything visually. I spend a lot of time listening to podcasts and things rather than watching videos because there's always something baby related that takes me away. I haven't heard of the catfishing wiki game. I know it's like that 5 degrees of separation or something on Wikipedia. Sim on, which you start, I guess there's different variations, but you start with a country and you've got to get from one topic to that country or whatever. But it's completely redundant if you cheat. Like there's a website which you can just type in the 2 subjects and it'll get all the networks on Wikipedia and find the quickest path. I do not see this place. Somewhere north-south, like here. Whoops, I clicked off it. New one's a very common Vietnamese surname. I think that's like in District 1 or something. I'm not too sure. Oh, didn't even get... Oh, that was really close actually. Let's see the breakdown. Let's see how many were assisted. These were language assisted because it said Panama twice. Ghana was assisted because it said Ghana. Eswatini was Jet Pinky assisted. And as was Lithuania. So I did the clicking though. I did some scanning and a little clicking, so got to be pretty proud of myself. This is pretty remote. Let's check out the children's playground. This is very elaborate. It's got a, I don't know what you call those, one of them. They can be pretty dangerous. Some swings and mediocre swings. Got grass, which is nice. I'm sure in season when it's not dry it's lovely. And this, yeah, I'd give this one 9 out of 10. And they've got a little shelter. Oh, you saw the name. Okay. I didn't see the Eswatini grass. I've only used that once. I think I was wrong. Surely that's a seasonal thing too. It's interesting. They've got this four-wheeler here. It's kind of like a North American thing, and they've got a winch on it as well. I wonder if this is Canada. I just get a more rugged. Oh, really? I think that was one of the first things I heard about was the grass. The Colombian cross. It's kind of like the same poles I had before. It's got a US flag here. So it could be the US. There's red barns. I guess this is like Iowa or something like that. I don't know. I just get the vibe. School. These are very sedate children. Very reluctant. Someone's trying to call me. That's not going to happen. With no ID, I'm not going to answer the phone ever. I've got a message. It says leave a message. And if I'm interested, I'll call back. Actually, this might be helpful. Welcome. All thanks be to God. It's celebrating G100 years. 1922 to 2022. Pastor Ray Anderson. I feel like they ran out of G's. Oh, okay. No, that G is supposed to be like next to the N. It's not G100 years. It's celebrating 100 years. It's a formatting error. Oh, that's interesting. It's like a post office. Kind of. This really makes me think of Canada. I don't know why, but with all the US flags, surely it's not just yet. The takeover of Canada hasn't happened yet. South Dakota, like Lola, Leola, South Dakota. Okay, South Dakota's around here somewhere, surely. Yep. Sturgis. Oh, that's right. I think I was in South Dakota recently because Sturgis is where they have the big motorbike meetup, I think. Leola. You look at this and you think, that's scannable, surely. But then you come up with places like Hot Springs, Wall, Winner, Plate. And then you zoom in, Kyle, Allen, Porcupine, Mission, Gregory, Blunt, Agar. Oh, it's stupid, I'm just going to click here. It was South Dakota at least, that's good. It was all the way up the north of South Dakota, Leola. I feel like that would have been a tough scan. On the way to Eureka. Between Barnard and Eureka. If I'd known that, I could have found it. Anyway, 4753. There's this again, which I've kind of forgotten where it was. 15 numbers daily for weeks. I used to like block callers. Actually in Vietnam, because I've got a oh no, this should be obvious. Is this Thailand? I think so. I've got a Vietnamese number, SIM card. And there's all these automated scam messages. A couple of times I played them for my wife and said, what does it say? And she goes, don't respond to them. I was like, I'm not responding to them, I just want to know what they say. She won't tell me. It's probably like some kind of women attracting men scam kind of thing. I don't know regionally where this would be. Oh, good tip. I'm so lazy when I when I see something I go, oh, okay, and I don't investigate. So this could be Highway 7 or 18 or both. 11, 21. Wow, that is really good. I guess it could be the joint 7 and 18. It's the 9. Here's the 7. .202. I wonder about an 18. Even scanning for roads sometimes drives me bonkers because they don't. Normally they've got their own special ordering system where they'll start at 1 south and then 2 east, 3 north, or something weird, like in a snail pattern or something. I don't see the 18 here. The 7's, and that's the other thing, is like the US will have like the same number for different roads in different states. So if you've got the state wrong, you're completely boned. Or this is kind of like north-south. It's probably not here. Or the road's so long that you click on it and you're 500 kilometres away. I don't see any businesses. I could travel further, but so in the north it's kind of hinking to the west. JM Fishing Restaurant. I wonder if that's where you get to catch your own fish for dinner. Okay. Hilarious. Either that's misplaced or I was never going to get that. 412 kilometres away. Why even put a bollard up for a road this small? I guess it's on the way to a Watt here, so it's probably an important road for some people, but Iwasta or iWaster. Welcome, how are you doing? Thanks for the follow, I appreciate that. See, people were doubtful that I'd get to 1 million, but I've already picked up like 3 today. So what am I up? 999,943 to go. These are goats. I've been getting a lot of goats lately. Oh really? We're just discussing that. I'm not sure. Namibia. I haven't actually looked at Namibia. I was just saying I was trying to watch a couple of things about Namibia from Zigzag and CG, but I didn't actually get to see. I heard there's a lot of cool things around there. And quite Germanic is what I picked up. I haven't looked in there and I'm not sure what maps have included it so far. Maybe a community world would have. I hope you're not hinting that this is... I was wondering if it was actually Botswana. Is that an elephant dung? Oh, I think it's a termite mound or something like that. There's a cool place, I think, in Kenya. It's just like a scene in the middle of an elephant refuge or something like that. And it's just all elephants. I forget where it is, somewhere around here. Very cool. Yeah, I put a mod on there to not see the car, which makes life... Yeah, I think Botswana's okay. It'd be near the border somewhere, I think. We've been getting quite a lot of Botswana, so... What's the road going? If there was a sign, that would be easier. These lines are quite narrow. I feel like that could be a Botswana thing. Maybe here. Oh, nice. Good Botswana vibes. I thought it was south, but it was actually right near Francistown, which is interesting. I think that's the first time I got Botswana. It had a sign to Francistown, and I was like, okay, I guess I was scanning for Francistown in South Africa, because the signage is quite similar, but I feel like Botswana, the green is more vivid. And then everything just looked really weird, and then I saw Francistown up here, and I was like, oh, I didn't realise Botswana was covered. 625 kilometres away, but 11 streak. The lines are different in Kenya, yeah. Ooh. I feel like I was getting better at bollards, but now I've lost confidence. I guess that was a Russian bollards, right? I think they have... This is very short for Germany. And no double dots on the other side, I don't think. But I think Russia has a bunch of bollards. There's red on the other side. I'm not saying definitely this is Russia though. I guess normally they'd have more bollards on the intersection here. It's not embarrassing, you should see what I've done on stream. I've done the worst things on stream. What was... I don't know any of these places. This is not like... Gosh. Yeah, I'm not sure about this character for Russia. I don't know too much about Cyrillic, but I wondered if it might be... Doesn't Serbia... No, what am I thinking of? I should just drop it in Russia, I'm sure. I thought Serbia had that character. But it would have dual language signs. No. I think the road's quite good for Ukraine. I don't think it's Ukraine. It's kind of odd for Russia, so I wonder if it's down here or up here, which I always forget are parts of Russia. I'm going to drop it down here. I'm not going to scan for a place name. Let's not freak out. It was just nearby Moscow. Got the streak up to 12, mostly from reading. Ghana, Eswatini, 2 Panamas. This could be Bolivia? I don't think so. Driving left, I take that back. There's an embarrassing, here's a car. This could be Lesotho. Look at these mountains. No, not too sure. I hope he doesn't have trouble with his bicycle there. Here's the sign. Let's just read. Ooh. The A23. Holili and Voi. Unless anyone's A23. There's the A3, the A25. I'm beginning to think this might not be Lesotho. Kenya is interesting. Surprised I don't know any Voi. Some really interesting mountains, and it's quite lush. I haven't had a Kenya around this lush. Just check that it's not here. No, MR roads, I remember now. Zimbabwe's not covered, I guess. Tanzania, there's so many other places that could be covered. Really amazing. No idea. Thanks. That's alright, you can relax. I'll scan for the A23, which I don't see it around here. A104. So I'm saying with the numbering systems, these are all A1 roads. Look at the sun's a good tip, I never do. The only reason I normally don't look at the sun is because I don't want to see rifts or anything like that. Where the frick is the sun? North? I'd say that's north. It's pretty high. So what about these mountains? I feel like Kenya's a good guess, but I don't see anything resembling the A23. Odessa on YouTube, hi. Yeah, Southern Hemisphere. Ooh, interesting. Went straight into the Northern Hemisphere there. Forgot the equator went through Nigeria. I haven't seen a Nigeria around like this either. A122s. A1s. Yeah, it's really unusual. I thought Kenya was a good... So, not Namibia? It looks very green. There's B roads in Namibia. B's and C's. I scanned Eswatini, I think it's only got the MR roads. Could it be South Africa? That signage looks very dodgy for South Africa. Lesotho does have A roads, but I couldn't find there's an oh no, A23. So only there's A25 and A1. I wonder if I have to zoom in further. I kind of thought they'd be in... I don't know why you have A1 and then A25 and nothing else. And some B roads. The sun's very high above. I wonder if that's an equator thing. I probably should have travelled a bit further. Gosh. I got a tip and then got a... if that's a bus shelter, yellow backplates. Ghana. No. Surely not Senegal. What direction are we, what side of the road are we driving on? Left. I'm sure we're driving on the left. Yeah. Okay, so forget that. Don't talk to me about car matter. Yeah, this is confusing. I'm kind of inclined to go Kenya. Rwanda? Did I already say that? NR roads. No A's. Are there A's in Kenya? Maybe just Lesotho. It's very green. There's mountains, but they're not tabletop mountains. It's probably so obvious. Nearby the A25. The A23 nearby A25. Yep. Oh my god. That A23 is a carryover from Tanzania. Where's Voi? I don't see Voi. If Voi's in Tanzania, that's going to be very annoying. I guess Voi's in... Exactly. I don't know why you didn't stick with your guess. I thought when you said Kenya, I go, yep, that makes a lot of sense to me. Dubai Village, not that Dubai. Holili. It's a border crossing. If I'd persisted, I apologise, I didn't persist. If I'd gone like a couple more kilometres, we would have been at border control, and that would have had probably the country names at least. And that was a failure of scanning. I scanned and I go, no, I don't see the A23, but it's just this little section. Pretty cool. Very confusing. 16,000. Not great. I feel like the signage there was too odd for, I guess this is Japan, a lot of rice. Well, hopefully not Taiwan. I kind of screw those up a bit. Even though I've spent like quite a bit of time in Japan. What's with the palms? Maybe it's Okinawa or something like that. Or it's just Taiwan. Yeah, I think this is Taiwan. Surely. That's cool. That's like a little dragon. I think this might be new coverage. It probably says somewhere. I don't look at the coverage either, but currently in the year of the dragon. Oh no, we're currently in the year of the snake. Last year was the year of the dragon. They have rice machines in Farming Simulator. There was a time, I guess it might have been during the pandemic, as most horrible things happened. I got sucked into watching a lot of Farming Simulator videos. It's a flat tropical region. This is interesting. I didn't see the curtain. I feel like these water tanks are probably a matter. I think that reflector you also saw a bit of the Google car. So if you're drinking, that's like a half a shot. You don't see a whole Google car, which is a full shot. So this looks to be some rice growing region, very flat, which I guess you need for rice growing. And we've got this cool building up here, and some traffic lights. Can't see the Google car. These are temporary mirrors. This is what confused me. I think this in Japanese is like the character for man or something. But it's completely borrowed, so it can appear in Taiwan or wherever. Very tropical here. Very odd place as well. This looks like a dragon in a cage. Like a water fountain or something. Anyway, I forgot to check what side of the road they're driving on, but I guess it's Taiwan, somewhere flat here. Wow, that was a really nice plonk. Talking of embarrassing, the other day, cell tower camo, could be. The other day there was a road with one of these flowery symbols on it, like a 5-leaf clover. And I was going, I'm sure that's Taiwan. And I zoomed in and I was going, I couldn't see any of them on the map. I was going, surely that's Taiwan, isn't it? And then I was like, unless it's Hong Kong, because I couldn't remember if it was Taiwan or Hong Kong. And I go, surely it's Taiwan. I spent so long deliberating with myself. Eventually I go, I'm sure it's Taiwan. And I went to plonk in Taiwan and timed out. Wow, that was a really good plonk, 5.3 kilometres, just based on flatness. Another Botswana. driving right here. I hope this is not Mexico or something. These kind of rounds I have real difficulties with. Is that a little pig? I don't think so. Had a few pigs as well lately, which is always cool to see. Man, there's some really distinctive landscape and foliage, herbiage. This fence is very DIY. I couldn't even nail down a continent here. Whether it's South America, Africa, WP90. WP is probably a place, surely. WP90. I know WD40. Don't know. Kind of look like a right-hand drive though, which with the dust. But why would you bother just sticking to one side or the other? That's not a rift. Let's check. The sun is in the north, so southern hemisphere. Was that Kenya round? Was that the sun in the north? I feel like it was. It was very high up. I feel like this is like the same region. The sun's kind of in the same angle. In terms of where we are, I do not know. This might be the time to admit that my sense of direction is horrible. I always get lost IRL. This is like a South African chevron. Ooh, okay. Like Botswana. I reckon South Africa this time. I'm going to 50-50. If it's Botswana, I'll give you a point, which is worth nothing, but we're near Pomfret. Oh, this is probably... We're north of Piet Placis. Okay, 1 point. Fine. I did really think Botswana until I saw that chevron. I'm not sure what the WP90 was about. Are we on the way to somewhere? Mosapa? Oh my gosh, I can't speak. Mosopa. Yeah, I don't know what the WP90 is about. Going nowhere. They're going somewhere. They're going to Mosopa or... Yeah, look at that entanglement of roads. Or could be going to Kubang Primary School. Man, if I'd stuck at it for another 400 kilometres, I could have come across the primary school. Okay, Europe. Which Achtung, which is German, but I feel like, are we in Germany? Got a Volkswagen. Uh-oh. The baby needs milk. I've got to make some powdered milk. So I'm going to have to just guess here. I think it's probably Austria rather than Germany. It was Germany. I should have just trusted the language. Achtung baby, yeah. I don't like U2 very much. Not because they forced the album onto the iPod, which is when a lot of people turned against them. But I don't know. I just don't like them. But cool name, Aktung Baby. So this is Africa, I guess, driving left. Ooh. Or Brazil, maybe it's... No. I'm going to guess Brazil here. Tocantins. It was India. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of India. There's 2 points. And I don't know about this. Probably Canada, I guess. There's probably a matter there. I'm going to drop this in Saskatchewan. Ooh, not too bad. I've never had a round in the Northwest Territories. Oh, yes I have. Yeah, near Yellowknife. Alberta. Get a grip. Northwest Territories. Anyway, I've got to go for a few minutes, make some milk for the baby, and hand it over to my wife. But I will be back in a little while. So I'll leave it on BRB baby. Oops, not that one. Nice. Okay, I'm back. For anyone who stuck around, sorry about that. A little inconvenient. sometimes when the baby needs what the baby needs. Andy Winter in the YouTube. I feel like you didn't stick around long enough yesterday. I got a nearly 25k. Just kind of wondering how old these comments are. Oh, okay. It's only a minute ago. So that was 15.6. I was kind of happy with that Canada guess. Kind of NMPZ, but NMPZ. But yeah, I changed maps. I went on. This is driving left. Malaysia, I guess. I switched to a very easy map. I saw the sign, which always has the country name. Not sure. I guess I was thinking this was all English, but I think it's only partly. Pesan Tren, holiday, and then maybe Ramadan. Not really. Riding left. It's not a concrete road, but it could be Indonesia here. Got the rupees, which would be ringgit in Malaysia, and I'm sure these are advertisements, some of them for cigarettes, which is, that's interesting. It's washing day. I think they got halfway through hanging the washing and then bailed. It's a very interesting clothes hoist though. Clothes horse? I feel like that's what it's named. Clothes horse. Or am I thinking of a sawhorse? Not to worry. I'm not too sure where in Indonesia this is. Yeah, everyone else has finished their washing. Finished hanging their washing, even though they've got less elaborate clotheslines. That could be the name. It's kind of like east-west here. I'm just gonna not the Philippines. I'm going to not go in the Philippines. I'm not going to risk Kalimantan. Could it be? Could be. Maybe I should go Sulawesi again. I might do it. Nope, just where I always click normally. Middle of the big island, Sumatra. Disappointing. Anyway. Got a Latin American kind of place here. Dr. Luis. I felt like that said Escobar. No relation, surely. Got the painted poles and some really cool looking buses. A blue backplate. This guy looks like a Cold War. Fast, yes, I made it out of powder. Made the milk out of powder. Thanks for sticking around. You should see me change a nappy when my wife's not around. I can change it in like 50 seconds. 45 seconds, I reckon I can do it. But, and carefully. It's a really good job I do, but my wife likes me to take a little more care. Not more care, but time. These painted signs I thought were maybe for Guatemala. Not sure about the mountains here. Got a really Ecuador, okay, that's red front plates. That's commercial vehicles, I guess. And they've got the license on the roof. I have a really bad vibe for Ecuador. But I was interested in this school, which is school and college particular, which I'm not sure what that... Liceo for the New World. I don't know what Licio is either. It's a very nice town. Is it? I'm not sure what this is for. It could be a bin, or it could be... Oh yes, that's to keep the rain off the bin. Here we go. So Canton, I think, is a region of Shambo, which I'm not familiar with. Let's just have a look. I'm going to trust you on that Ecuador. Just want to see if this lines up with anything. Possibly this area. There are mountains nearby. There kind of are. We're closer to the mountains than that though. And the mountains are kind of south. Maybe La Concordia. Could probably look for information here. I always get lazy. What does that say? Can't read it. Got a cool bar here, Bar Restaurant Rossi. Can't really see what they're serving there. And I think Ray is Law of the Andes. Here's some signs for places. Maybe local places though. Yeah, it's the Plaza de Toros. It's very good, very well could be Ecuador. Because I know they have bullfighting in Ecuador. In Cuenca? Could be. I'm sure it would be a fairly large town if it's got a bullfighting ring. Not sure if Cuenca would. Could be Quito. I think it's too... this is not big enough for Quito. Should I go in and see if they have a bullfighting ring? The Corrida del Toros or something like that. They've got a Centro Commercial. Hilda, how are you doing? I'm good today. A little underslept again. Just trying to find a scan for a bull ring in Cuenca. I'm sure they have Raka shopping, Buenos Aires nearby, and a place called Bathrooms, or Toilet, Baños. Strange place. It wasn't Cuenca. It was Chembo. Stream's going well, quite a few people joined, and they've been very helpful people. We're just discussing Namibia, which just dropped, and I'm not sure if it's been in any maps or anything. Ray is king, that's right, sorry. Licio is high school. Jet Pinky with the Spanish. I did study Spanish for 2 weeks in Santiago, in Chile, like 18 years ago, and I've kind of been, it's been slowly fading ever since. Not sure about these plates. It's in Europe, I'm pretty sure here. They're interesting bollards, I don't... This is probably Spanish as well. Sol for sun. Des, I don't know. In the end, all I kind of recall is how to order a beer. And I think that's French. D'or could be French for gold or something. Monte Carlo. It could be. It could be Monte Carlo. There's a lot of luxury shops. I'm not sure about this flag. I remember pellicula is movie or film. Monaco. Monaco. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced. Not Monaco, Africa. Somewhere in Europe. Where is Europe? I've lost Europe. Gosh. And not that. There's Monaco. I just feel like Monaco's oversized signage for a very small place. And Andorra. I guess so you can find it easily. I guess we're in downtown. Can probably find a shop or something that's there. Do I want to? I don't want to. Medical laboratory. Let's probably scan for some Formula 1 drivers. Or other sports people. I wonder what it's like being a regular person living in Monaco. I guess most of the celebrities are not home most of the time. Yellow backplate like in France. Okay. That could be their flag. I'm not too sure. Got the mountain north. East. So maybe we're a bit further over this way. Here's the Circuit Monaco. Well, it's a lot bigger than you think. No, that can't be all it. It's just down here. Or maybe that's not the Formula 1 circuit. I think that's referring to something else in French. There's the boutique Formula 1. Anyways, we're probably around here. Probably could have 5k'd that one. Nearly a kilometre away, I'm kind of surprised. Okay, this bollard is Mongolia. I think that's Mongolian bollard. If anyone wants to contradict me, do it now because I'm going to make a silly mistake otherwise. I don't think I'm going to get too much else in terms of information other than that one bollard. I think that's probably the benefit. I'm not sure an arbitrary world over a community world. I think an arbitrary world should always have something with which you can get the country or region. I'm not sure. I'm just going to drop it in Mongolia. I'll soon learn if that's the bollard. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, driving kind of north-south, like this maybe, or the other way, I'm not sure. Okay, that was a Mongolian bollard. Whew. The pressure's off. Turkey, no. Turkey's got the bollards like Australia, but reversed. This is surprising I haven't had a turkey today. I seem to get like a ton of them. Of it. Got this guardrail with the red reflector. Concrete. I don't know what that indicates. I feel like this pole should be obvious. I feel like today I'm saying I feel like a lot. I'll try and stop that. It's kind of annoying. Smog day or colour graded. Smog. Cyrillic. Not dual language. I think this could be a Russian pole top. Normally Russia's a bit easier to spot. guess most of the Russia rounds I've had are have a lot of bollards, whereas this doesn't have any bollards yet. The road quality is quite good. Ah, here we go. Hang on, he's driving on the left. Oh, he's overtaking. Oh, this could be Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan, I forget. Yeah, I think it's Kazakhstan. This kind of thing looks like Kazakhstani. So we're kind of like east-west here. It must be in the north, I think. Okay, that's a little embarrassing. I was so confident with Kazakhstan because of the monument there. It was really close to Mongolia there. I've not come across a round like that before. I did, when I thought it was Russia, I thought it might be this region here, Euro truck meter. I'm not familiar with that. There shouldn't be any European trade in Russia, technically. There's a guy, an Australian guy on YouTube, travelling with Russell, I think it is. He's married to a Russian citizen living in Russia, in Moscow, I think. And he's always going into like shopping centres in Moscow and around Moscow, showing off all the brands that are supposed to be banned in Russia, which are still selling there. It's pretty eye-opening how little control anyone has over sanctions and things like that. I thought it was Russia, and I looked at that guy and I thought he was on the wrong side of the car. He was overtaking, of course, but I thought it might be this region where a lot of the vehicles are imported from Japan, so they're set up for left-hand drive rather than right-hand drive, which I always miss when that's a thing and then regret. Driving right here, could be Brazil. Got wind farms, very red. Let's check out the bus shelter. This is Brazil. I'm starting to get some pole knowledge, like 2 poles. I can differentiate. One is Brazil. I think at one time there was more to this bus shelter than there is now. Unless that's it. In terms of rating, they don't have a garbage bin, or rubbish bin, or trash can. It's pretty basic. It's nice that they have something. The seat is missing a section here. Someone's taken that. Hooligans, I'd imagine. It's quite a sturdy construction, but not many amenities. And I feel like I think they should replace the seat there. It's quite a nice roof, 4 out of 10. Hopefully it doesn't rain. So I've got cattle here. A lot of wind turbines. Oh, sorry. Good night, Jet Pinky. Sweet dreams. Is that Belém? I don't know. I don't think so. This sign is cooked. Parazino. We're driving north-south in Brazil. I don't know of a Parazino. If it was Belém, it would be up here. But it would be E, I think. No, it is B-E-L-E-M. Kind of driving north-south. It could be near Belém or Parazino, which is difficult to know because this sign has seen better days, as has the bus shelter. Let's say cattle, wind, quite tropical but quite flat. Maybe here. I don't know much about region guessing for Brazil, but it was all the way west. and by west I mean east. There's Perezinho, and I'm not sure what that Belém looking place was, but 881 kilometres. I think that's a pretty good guess for me in Brazil. I didn't get the right state, but kind of the right region. So this could be a German bollard. Okay, we've been waiting for one. I'm very confident this is not a German car, but we're like in the Black Forest somewhere. Kippen sind Brennsatze. I hope this is Germany. What was the license plate? I'm just going to check for Liechtenstein or whatever it is. Luxembourg. Liechtenstein. Now I don't know where Liechtenstein is. So Luxembourg, I think they'd have a yellow plate on the front or something. Do I call this flat? Yes, I guess I'm just going to drop this somewhere fairly north. They have national parks. Here's a nice green place. I feel like it's a forest or a national park or something. Maybe the Lüneburg Heide on the road. So the north vibe was okay. It was actually really close to Berlin. Near the Germendorf attraction, which is a theme park. I'm not familiar with the Tierfried und Park, Germendorf. And I'm not going to look it up, but I will look up the Black Forest because I want to know if it's nearby there. It's a mountain range, I didn't know that. Oh, it's all the way south, I didn't know that. Interesting. Just sticks in my mind because... here it is. Here's the Black Forest. Because of the goodies. I don't know if anyone knows the goodies. Andy Winter, if he's still there, he'll know the goodies. And a walk in the Black Forest. Which I think when they had the pirate radio station, they only had one record, which is a walk in the Black Forest. So it's stuck in my mind, but I've never looked to see where the Black Forest is. Alright, now we've got Giga Fries and a barbecue. I wonder what makes them Giga Fries. Driving on the right, nearby McDonald's. It's an interesting place. I feel like I think I'm probably not going to get this very right. I wonder if this is Central America. Oh no, it's like... is this potatoes? I don't really know what's going on here. But I guess it's kind of Malaysia or something. Oh, it could be the Philippines, okay. Food obsessed Philippines. Or not. Say hello to camel. I haven't seen camel advertised for decades. I guess this is Indonesia with the cigarette advertising. Cool air shop. It is a pretty cool air shop. And there's the Google car. So if you're drinking, that's a shot. It's a mix of English and non-English. Jerry's? Maharlika Highway. I'm not familiar with it. If I had a function to book, I definitely would book a function at Jerry's. I'm just hesitant about putting this in Indonesia because I kind of think it's the Philippines. Here's an embarrassment incoming. Oh, it was too. I could have scanned for that too. This is quite a big city. Thank gosh. With the cigarette advertising, I thought for sure it was Indonesia, but with the range of food on offer, it's definitely a Philippines vibe. Probably I forget about the road direction sometimes. Country, road, side, direction. I probably could have explained that a bit easier. Images. Yeah. Indonesia's left and Philippines is right. I could have easily 50-50'd that without straining my brain. It's going to be Russia or Canada. Yellow outside lines quite thin. Driving left hand side. I take all of that back. It's been a recent fire in a pine forest. Yellow outside lines, South Africa. It's bricks or lumber? Lumber, I think. Pine forests. Got this tabletop mountain. I think Lesotho has a lot of pine forests. I think I saw something about that recently because I was quite surprised with the tabletop mountains. Driving north-south. There's no real north-south roads. What about the A1? It could be the A1 on a northeast-southeast section. Why have I started lisping? It wasn't Lesotho. It was quite nearby. Lost my streak at 3. Good vibes for region, but not too good in terms of the actual place. Can serve 64.6 kilometers de la carretera Ascension. Oh no. Remind me where Ascension is. I think it's Argentina or something. Alto. Mexico? Yes, on the 57. On the way to Saltillo or Saltillo, depending on where you hail from, I guess. What was the number? 57. Now watch me get frustrated. Oh, here's the 57. I was going to say, watch me get frustrated scanning for the 57. So let's get onto this road and see whereabouts we kind of are. Kind of going north-south. Here's Saltillo. How far is Saltillo? Doesn't really say. What's the other option? So Saltillo must be south, and the other one was Mate Huala. Oh, I wish it was this one. That would have been handy. Can't be too far. Oh, here we go. Mate Huala is here on the 57. It looks like only one intersection. Is that the 58? Probably. Heading, that's kind of heading south. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. me check my directions here. So this road, with the car blur, it's kind of hard to... It's kind of going... North is that direction, so... If north is that direction, the road's going this way. On the 57. Here. Yeah, this is more like it. Is there a restaurant nearby? This is a divided road. Restaurant El Celero. I don't think this is it, because there's... Is it divided? It is, okay. Restaurant El Celero, which could be this. There's a little road here. What does this say again? Ascension Celero. Okay, let's see where we're going this way. It doesn't... It's kind of cooked. R.M. Berry. Margaritas. Very good. Got margaritas down that way and Lobos, which I think are wolves. It's probably here. Oh, I didn't turn on the 21148, very nice. I didn't turn on the celebratory... I can't remember what you call it, my brain is cooked. This pole again, which is, it's come up, and I've not kind of memorised where it is. So driving on the left-hand side in Nigeria, I guess. Maybe not, maybe Ghana. There's some blurs come through here, unfortunately. This is very red. Hollandia. Now I'm kind of stumped. Okay, wait. Driving direction, we're driving on the right hand side. So it must be in the north. This is definitely a follow car, but I haven't memorised follow cars. Maybe this is there some French? I wonder if this is, whatchamacallit? Senegal. Because they'd be driving right. Skip across and see this sign here. Is that Senegalese? Could be. No, this is English. I wonder if it's just Nigeria. Unclear. This is my last game. I've got to go see the baby. Maybe if the weather's nice, go for a walk with the baby. I'm not very confident about this. It was very good. I should have had more confidence. It's just the red soil looked very red. It's a bit overcast, so hopefully it won't rain. Before we can get a walk in with the baby. This looks like Malaysia. I think black plates is good for Malaysia. I think this should be mainland as well, going east-west with the palms. Ooh, they don't want you crossing this bridge. Oh, it's a pipeline, I guess. A bridged pipeline. I think back those blackish plates is probably Malaysia. Oh, hang on. There should be how many sections? I forget. 2 or 3 sections? I can't see any sections, so that information is a bit useless. If I could see a pole, that would be helpful to see if it's mainland or perhaps not mainland. I think it would be mainland nearby Singapore here. Kind of going east-west. Maybe that's a bad guess, maybe here. Okay, nice region. 27 kilometers away. 4928. Very nice. So what am I on? 10k nearly. Now we've got this pole, which I'm not too sure about. Could be in Africa again. Been a lot of Africa today. It's a couple of South Africa, Botswana hedges. Oh no, is that a water buffalo? I think it is. I don't feel anything. I feel like, no. I think that's probably Afrikaans or something like that. These flat mountains over here to the south. I think it's probably nearby where it was before. The round was before. East of Newcastle. I think before it was over here, which is quite dry. I'm going to go here, north of Lesotho. Ooh, it's all the way north still. Quite good, 639 kilometres. Got my streak up to 4. Second last round of the day, somewhere in Europe. My comment early on was, if I get Slovenia, I'm definitely not going to get it right if there's a round in Slovenia. So if I don't have any other information here, I'm going to go Slovenia. I think today I learnt the Lithuanian poles, so that's good. Bollards. I don't know about these signs. We've got this pole top. Blue signage again. And I think that could be Cyrillic. Probably a Russian bollard, I guess. I think. I'm just going to drop it in Russia. If this isn't wrong, then I've kind of mislearned something. It's like here. Ukraine. Okay, I'm not unhappy with that. There's a 50-50 there. The road quality was good, so I thought Russia, but as long as it wasn't Lithuania or somewhere, that would have been humiliating. Now this, it's kind of like rolling hills. South America question mark? I'm not too sure. Let's try and find some signage or something. Ooh. Got a rubbish bin, which I appreciate. This is Africa, is it? Afriski Resort. I'm not familiar with it. Got some cloppers. They kind of look South American, but I'm pretty sure we're in Africa here. And this signage kind of looks like that signage before, which was in Kenya on the border with wait. No, I've forgotten. On the border with Tanzania. It's like down here somewhere. Yeah. The signage looked kind of like this. Very oldish. It's on the A23, which I don't think this is. Coming out of Tanzania. There's a lodge here, Aruba. Nearby Kokomo. I'll go close by Mombasa. Not on the... Gosh, it's difficult to pick somewhere nice. How about that? It was in Lesotho on the A1. me for the day. Haven't got anyone on Twitch at the moment, so I won't raid, but if you're watching this in replay, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow, maybe in the morning, depending on how much sleep I get. But keep in touch.